Good morning, guys. You are joining me this morning. It's December 1st. Happy December! Happy Christmas time. The holidays are here and I'm so excited. You guys are joining me for my morning coffee right here. I don't have a flash on. I usually do flash in my videos, but I usually film like random times in the day where it's not sunny or the sun is going in and out. And right now it's 8:30 in the morning and it's been raining for the past 2 days here in New York and now it's beautiful. So yeah, I felt like, okay, this lighting is good. I'm not gonna put the flash on and we'll see how it looks. So this is a huge Empties. First things first, sorry, I'm gonna be sipping coffee because like I said, I just woke up. I don't even have time for breakfast this morning. I slept a little late. I have to run and do my workout class and then I have to do a couple of other things. I don't know if I mentioned to you guys, sorry about the Band-Aid. I was playing with Gatsby and he had like a small ball, so it was hard to get a grip with these clawed nails, and so of course we were playing tug of war and all of a sudden I just felt this pain shoot all the way up to my elbow, and of course my nail, it like literally where my real nail is. So hopefully I can get it fixed today, but I may not even be able to because it's so like low. I'm so annoyed because I actually have 2 Christmas parties this weekend and now I have to go with this fakak nail, but it's besides the point. Anyway, I feel like I always update you guys on my life and my Empties. Lately it's been updates about the move. So the update with that is we're in contract and there's nothing more yet. We haven't closed on anything. That's both our apartment and the house. So I don't want to say any more on that because I don't want to jinx it. I'm just like, it is what it is. That's it. Like, still feel like I'm holding my breath. Dan and I are picking out paint this week. I actually have to go to the paint store today and get some swatches. If you have any advice on how to do paint swatches before you're actually in a house, please let me know, because I think I'm just gonna go to Home Depot and get like a slab of something, I don't know, like some type of plaster, like plaster sheet or something like that, and then get paint swatches and put it on this like slab of plaster and like take it throughout my apartment, because I know they say you should swatch paint on every room because it could look different in the sun. So obviously I'm not in the house yet, I don't have the rooms. We want to do the painting and the floors before we get in there. So I have to like figure out what I want to do with the paint. So if anyone has any tips on like painting a home and like how you swatch paint, or like if you have good colors, because I'm looking for all neutrals, whites, grays, taupes. If you have any tips, recommendations, your favorite paint colors, if you know them by name, please leave them down below. It would be very, very much appreciated. So that's the update with the moving situation. The other update is my life situation, my career situation. I don't know if you guys know, I'm a freelance artist and a fitness instructor. I think most of you know that. But I've kind of been backing away from fitness. It's just, I love it. Like, working out is my hobby. It's definitely like, it's a passion of mine. It's a hobby of mine, but I just don't love the fitness industry. It's just not the same as it was like, I don't know, it's 7-8 years ago when I started. I mean, I've been an athlete since I was in high school. I started working in the gyms when I was 18. Like, I feel like I grew up in the gym. Like, I met my husband at the gym. All my friends are from the gym. Like, I don't know. And now, like, with the boom of studios and me working in New York City now instead of like in the suburbs where I used to work, it's so different and I don't love it anymore. And, you know, the passion's not there and I just don't love it as much and it doesn't make me happy. So I decided to transition, and as you guys know, we've been house hunting for like 1.5 years. So I'm actually right now taking the course and studying to get my real estate license, which I know is like totally different, like fitness to real estate. But my husband does work in real estate too. So we kind of like, he's more on like the development side, but it just, as weird as it sounds and as random as it might seem, it really happens so organically, and I've never felt more right about something. And it just feels really right and really exciting. And I'm actually working with an awesome broker, and it's like, I don't know, it's terrifying too. I also like had a breakdown because it's scary, because change is like really scary and I don't handle change well. I'm a Cancer and like I get comfortable with things. I don't handle change well. So I don't know if like changing my career and moving all at the same time was exactly smart, but here we are. Okay, anyway, I've been rambling forever. Like, that's enough about me. Y'all came for the Empties, so let's get into it. We're gonna do candles first because this bag is full back here. Again, same thing, really just trying to clear out stuff that, now it's more like candles. I don't have that many. I actually moved like maybe 95% of my candle stash is at my mother-in-law's house, in boxes, packed up and ready to go, because I'm going to be moving those myself. I don't trust movers throwing boxes of candles around. I'm going to have all my collection broken. So they're in safekeeping there. So I don't have any of my like holiday candles. I only had a select few fall candles. So really what I'm going off of is wax. So I'm trying to melt through wax that is like really fallish, that I don't want to take into next year, or like that's half melted that I don't feel like I need to move with. So that's where the meltings come from and burning this month. Anyway, this is from the dollar store, and I couldn't resist. I was at the dollar store buying pipe cleaners for my Halloween costume, and I picked up this Krispy Kreme donut candle because it was just so cute. And my sister burns these dollar store candles. She always has like 12 going at once, and I think they're so pretty when they're lit. They're in these little like ribbed glass orbs, and you would never think they're dollar store candles. At least I don't. Maybe like in this packaging, yeah, but when they're burning, they're really pretty. They don't give off much of a scent though, but as you can see, it's a very soft wax. I did scoop it out at the end, put it in my warmer, and it scented up. So if you wanted a scent throw, like your dollar's worth, I would suggest warming these. But if you're just like me and using them for atmosphere, they are really great for that. This was a crinkle candle I got at Home Goods. It was on sale for $7. And I thought the label was cute, very simple, just like this plaid pillar, and the scent is vanilla mint. This started off not so good. I would say up until the halfway point, it was virtually scentless until about here, and then it gave off a throw. It was not a strong throw. This was strictly a bedroom or bathroom candle, and it definitely could have been stronger. It was about a 4.5, 5 though. Like once it got towards the end, I could definitely smell it, and the fragrance was really nice. It was a nice sweet mint, but it sooted like crazy. I trimmed it every single time, and this soot is so bad I couldn't even wipe it down with a wet towel. Like it's just stuck in there. So all this soot is still after me wiping it down after every single burn. So this would not be a repurchase for me, even if it's on sale for $7 again, just because half the candle was useless. I got nothing out of it, and it sooted like crazy. So especially with me moving to a new home, like now I'm really cognizant of things that soot. So yeah, that would not be a repurchase. This, while I enjoyed it, would also not be a repurchase for me. I did not wipe this down. The soot that's on here is the soot that happened throughout the whole life of the candle. And I mentioned this before, but typically they only soot on the final burn for me because I do burn them down as low as they can go, which this did not burn as low as Yankees usually do. This started off tunneling, and then I foiled it. It corrected itself. I always burnt it with an Alumilid, and it actually burnt fine. I would leave this on for like 5 to 8 hours a day. So like I said, I've been staying home a lot, studying, taking this real estate course. So I think that's also why I've melted through so much this month, because I have been home a lot. I like this one. This was a really nice, subtle, sweet smell. It was like a sweet, tart, fruity smell. Definitely reminded me a little bit of wine. Almost like a little bit of a woodsy background to it. Really pretty, but it was about a 4 throw in my apartment. I think this was perfect for the small space that I'm in now because it was a really pretty ambiance. I could still smell it, but I would not repurchase it knowing I'm moving to a larger space because I know it's not going to perform anywhere like what it did in my apartment. So next is Crinkle Apple Pie, and while I really enjoyed this, it's a good scent. It's just not as strong as I would like it to be, and I don't always like in-your-face strong, but with my apple scents in the fall, I like my fall apples, bakeries, and pumpkins to really like knock you out because you know it's been summer, fall, it's getting chilly, it's cozy. I want in-your-face scents in the fall, and this was just not strong enough for me, so that's why I wouldn't repurchase this. Also, I just wasn't crazy about the scent. Not that it's not an authentic apple pie scent. I think there's better. I think it just wasn't strong enough on the bakery for me. It really smelled more just like apples and sugar, more so than apples and bakery. And there's so many apple scents out there from vendors, from Bath and Body Works, even Yankee Candle. Like there's just so many other apples out there that surpass this one in my opinion. So I wouldn't purchase this just because it wasn't my favorite apple pie scent. And you can see here, it really just smelled like the apples, the cloves, and sugar. Mostly like a sugary apple, like a baked sugar apple. I mean, it's okay. Just for the price, Crinkles are expensive, and I wouldn't repurchase that for that price when I can get way better for way less. So that's my reason for not repurchasing that one. Put these guys over here. And now I'll get into the wax melt. There may be more candles as I go on. So this my friend Joanne sent me. This is Poor Girls Wax and Crocini Milk, which is sugared cronut, zucchini bread, and sugar milk. This scent was absolutely amazing. I actually love this loaf so much that it made me place my first order with Poor Girls because it just did so well. It was a really pretty white wax with glitter on it, like a subtle glitter, and it was just a soft, sweet bakery. It wasn't like that sour milk scent. It wasn't too much zucchini bread because I don't really like zucchini bread. It was just like perfectly blended, really nice, like cinnamon, spicy, creamy fall scent, and I really enjoyed it. And I actually placed another order from Poor Girls, and I think her wax is pretty fantastic. Great throw, really beautiful. A couple scent shots. Tiffany Candle Blueberry Cobbler. So I melted a third of this in my 20-watt Glade warmer, and it was phenomenal. It threw like my whole hallway. The smell was incredible. It was like creamy bakery blueberry goodness. So then I went to do in the second thirds and cut, I cut like, basically I cut it this way, like a thin little piece, and then I cut these 2 in half. So I cut the 2 in half, and for whatever reason, the other 2/3 just were not as strong as that first one. I don't know if maybe like it just, maybe there was like a crack in the lid. Maybe I had this stored in a polypropylene bag too. I don't know why it just wasn't as strong. And I put it in the same warmer. It went back into that 20-watt Glade. I think Tiffany does the best in 20-watt Glades. So yeah, just within this one scent shot, I was a little inconsistent. I like Tiffany candles. I do, but I like other vendors better, which is why I haven't repurchased from her since the first one. So yeah, it's not like it's bad. It just, I like others better. I like performance-wise, scent-wise. Next is Beezy Tarts, and this is in the scent Cranberry Crunch Bars. Now, I hated this on cold. On cold, it smelled like straight-up cinnamon Red Hots, but when it melted, the scent was different. You got that tart, sweet cranberry note coming out, and the Red Hot kind of faded into the background. I thought this would be a cranberry bakery, like the Bath & Body Works candle. It is not at all. It's more like a spicy cinnamon cranberry, but spicy cinnamon, like tartness. Definitely cinnamon Red Hots on cold, but you got that tart cranberry mixed with like that Red Hot cinnamon. So it was okay. It wasn't that strong though. I mean, some of his scent shots are really strong. The other ones I've tried are strong. This one was like a light to medium throw. But it was fine because I didn't love the scent anyway, but I would not repurchase that particular one. I don't think I would repurchase from Beezy's. Like his wax, but same thing with Tiffany's. There's other vendors that I like better. And I know a lot of people love Beezy's, so we'll save them for you. This is Wonderberry Wax Co. in Magic Shop, and this I got in a giveaway. And this is apple, pomegranate, and sugar clove, and this smelled incredible. I loved this fragrance so much. This was just straight up cloves and apples with a little bit of a sweetness, and it was gorgeous. Oh my God, it was so good. The pomegranate was there. It just kind of like gave another fruity note to the apple. But I love this type of clove. I wish all cloves smelled like this. These were little flowers, and I cut them in half, and I would put them in my 24-watt mainstays that's back there, as well as a tea light warmer, and it did fantastic in both. I really like this. I would purchase from Wonderberry. I have not yet, but I definitely am looking forward to making an order from this company because this wax did really well for me, and it was really pretty. Next is this Country Lane Keepsakes and Orange Cranberry Muffin. This was delicious. Oh my God, this was so good. This was so tart, bakery. I can't even describe it. It was just amazing. I used to work in a restaurant that actually did make orange zest and cranberry muffins, and this smelled just like when those were baking. Like you could smell the cranberries bursting in the oven and like the juiciness of the fruit, the orange zest, but also that really decadently sweet bakery note and like the crystallized sugar on top of the muffin. Like it just smelled exactly like when those muffins were baking when I would open up the restaurant and smell them in the oven. Oh God, it made me so happy. And I burned Country Lane Keepsakes in my Yankee Candle centerpiece, which is only a 13-watt warmer, really low wattage. But Country Lane Keepsakes is such a strong paraffin wax that it actually does beautiful in my centerpiece. Sorry, another coffee break. I'm sorry if you hear those like disgusting sipping noises. I hate when I hear that. I hate the sound of anyone like drinking, yawning, eating. Like sometimes if it's too quiet and I hear myself eating, I get angry at myself. It's like a little crazy. Yankee Candle Grapevine and Oak. This is phenomenal. I love this scent so much. It does so well in a votive. Like you can smell it. It almost has like a Christmas tree note to it, but it's woodsy, but it's also a little bit like a ripe, like an underripe green grape. Like, oh God, it's just beautiful. I could melt this like throughout the fall, like from the end of August all the way through the spring. For whatever reason, like I just like it as a transition scent. But this year I went a little later and I burnt it in November, and I loved it. Because last year it was just a transitional scent for me, but this year I'm like, wow, I really like this like coming into the winter season because it has that like almost Christmas tree note to it. I finished with Sensationals Violet Sugar. I love this one. It's just, I love it. It's so pretty. I have like 5 or 6 of them left, and I'm saving them for when we move because it's super strong and it's really pretty. And it doesn't have that like cheap smell that Walmart wax sometimes has, so I really like it. This was to die for. This is Rose Girl's Pumpkin Cream Cheese Smoothie. This was one of the creamiest, sweetest pumpkin scents ever. You did not get any sour note from the cream cheese. It was just like sweet, creamy pumpkin. It smelled like what pumpkin ice cream tastes like. It was so good and it was so strong. I melted this in my kitchen and I just loved it. Rose Girls, I melt thin pieces in a 20-watt blade and it does perfectly. Here's another Poor Girls. This was from the order I placed, and this is Pink Mary Mint, and I'm obsessed with this fragrance. This is pink sugar and rosemary mint, but it's not like herbal rosemary mint. It's a dupe of the Avita rosemary mint shampoo. So it smells like pink sugar and spa, and like a spa type salon scent, and it's gorgeous. Sorry, I'm like in desperate need of coffee this morning. This was so beautiful. I loved it so much. A little goes a long way. I can half this, but I usually cut it in thirds, like that way, and then across. And when I do cut it in thirds, I love this scent so much that I put it in 3 different warmers throughout my apartment and just let it be the single only note. And I never melt single notes. I always mix everything. So I really have to love a scent for it to be the only scent I'm pumping through my apartment. But this really helps me when I'm studying and taking that course. For whatever reason, it's like an invigorating scent that makes me feel super productive. So I really like melting this when I'm studying. Okay. Sniff My Tarts Marshmallow Cake Noel Danish Butter Cookie Vanilla Custard. This was interesting. I had a wax melt from Southbound Soap Company that was just a little too spicy for me. So I mixed it with this and I put them both in my 24-watt mainstays, and I did a cube of like a piece of this and a piece of the spicy Southbound, and I couldn't smell the Sniff My Tarts at all. Then I had 2 chunks left of the chunk. I cut it into 3 pieces and I melted them on their own, and it was crazy strong. First time it filled my whole kitchen, and then I put it in my living room in a tea light warmer and it flowed through my whole living room. So I guess I'll just never mix Sniff My Tarts with anything other than Sniff My Tarts, or I'll just melt it alone. But this was a really nice creamy bakery scent. This is Sensationals Pumpkin Apple Muffins. I did buy another one of these. I don't love it, but I like it enough. And it does really well in my centerpiece. I actually melted this with the Kringle Apple Pie just to boost the scent a little bit. Okay, Vintage Chic. This was also from that same giveaway that I won, and this was in the spirit of Bob Hope. This was rhubarb pie, strawberry rhubarb pie, something like that. I was just really like, I wanted to melt pie scents in November, so I melted this. This was okay. Not the strongest, but definitely a solid medium. I wouldn't reorder this again just because I didn't love the scent and I didn't think the throw was anything to rave about. Yankee Candles Patchouli. I love Yankee Candles Patchouli. It's such a nice sweet patchouli, and the votives do amazing. I had that in my mixology, so I did 3 of those going. Here's the other patchouli, and I think, oh, that's the other grapevine and oak. I did melt these separately, like in their own votives. They're just really nice and strong. Okay. There's so much in here. I have to like hurry this up. We're already 20 minutes in. Whipped pumpkin cream from last year, super strong, but like a little too in your face for me. I did not love that one. Would not repurchase. Hello October, House of Usher. This smelled like a craft store. I wasn't crazy about it on cold, but when it melted, it was really, really nice. I also had it blended with actually some blueberry bakery scents, and they went really, really pretty together. So I did like that one. This was from my friend Joanne. This is Dessa's Homespun Scents, Kettle Corn, Candy Corn, Marshmallow Noel. Really pretty scent on cold, but unfortunately it was not that strong for me. I tried it in a couple different warmers, tea lights, Glade, mainstays, just was not that strong. Blank Labels, the BFG, which I think is the Big Friendly Giant, someone commented. Twilight Lush Type with a secret vanilla milk blend. Again, this is from that giveaway, and I enjoyed this. This was a really nice bedtime scent. You definitely got that. It was like a sugar milk and Twilight, like a creamy, milky version of the bath bomb. I enjoyed it. It was a nice scent to sleep to, and it was pretty strong too. This was the Fakery Bakery wax. This my friend Angela sent me, and this was in Kermit Cake, and this was really good. This was an awesome pistachio. I actually quartered this. It was so strong, melted in my 20-watt Glade, and it did phenomenal. This is Ron from House of Usher Wax Museum. I believe this was cranberry and cornbread. This was not that strong for me. I cut this into fourths. It was like a huge pumpkin, and melted it in a couple different warmers, and I just didn't get much from it, so it was a little disappointing. Next here is Jelly Filled Pumpkin Donuts, candles from the Keeping Room, also from Joanne. This was phenomenal. This was so good. Oh my God. Like, it came to life when it was warm. It smelled different than when I had it just on cold sniff, and it was gorgeous. I was doing laundry when this was melting, and I had it in my hallway, and when I came back into my apartment, I just like inhaled the air, and I was like, this is perfection. Like, it smells so good. I did finish a lighter. I like this pretty purple one. Put that there. I finished a sugared lavender twist. Definitely one of my favorite Better Homes and Gardens melts. This is a dupe of pink sugar. It's amazing blended with vanilla cookie crunch. It's incredible on its own. I do have like a full sleeve of these. Everyone should have a stock of this if you like pink sugar and wax. It's just amazing. Or if you hear people talking about vendor wax pink sugar and you're not sure if you would like it or not, go ahead and buy this $2 one because it's pretty similar, and see if you like it. But I really enjoyed it. Would repurchase, have repurchased. Here's my other grapevine and oak. Stuff we went through. Here are the new ones. Oh my gosh, garbage. This was Candy Panda Ugg Life. I had this in my last month, and I told you I had 2 of these, and I wasn't sure the cure time. The other one, I was like unscented. This one, on the other hand, was super strong. I melted this in my 20-watt Glade warmer, and it filled up my kitchen, it filled up my hallway. This one was crazy strong, so I feel like this one may have been cured longer than the other one, but that one was awesome. And it was a really nice fall scent. I would actually repurchase that. Here's another Beezy's. This was the stronger Beezy, and this is in Blueberry Pumpkin Patch, the Bath & Body Works dupe. I haven't smelled that candle in years. To me, based on scent memory alone, it's pretty spot on, but I could be wrong. This was crazy strong, just a quarter of it in my tea light warmer in the living room, filled the whole living room, and then I also put it in the Mainstays 24-watt, and it did awesome. I liked it, but I think I'm kind of like wearing myself out on the blueberry. I keep going crazy with blueberry scents, and I'm kind of getting tired of them, so for that reason alone, probably would not repurchase. Here's another candle. I was sad to see this one go. This is Cranberry Pumpkin from last fall, and I adore this fragrance. It's so good. Lid is gorgeous. I'll be saving that. It's just so pretty. And I did scoop out the wax and put it in my candle centerpiece, and I could still smell it. This smells like a cranberry sugar cookie. It's just, it's so bakery. It's so delicious. I'm glad I bought backups of this, but I don't think I bought enough. I think I only have like 3 or 4, which is like nothing. But I love that candle. Here's the lid for that Yankee. Here's another Poor Girls. This is also from Joanne. This is incredible. Zen Milk is a blend of sugar milk and eucalyptus spearmint, and it's perfect. Oh my God. It's one of the most gorgeous spa scents. When she pours this again, I have to buy a 5-pack of it. Just like the Pink Mary Mint, this is an incredible study scent. Like, makes you feel productive. Just a really gorgeous scent. Over here, Pumpkin Marshmallow Cream Sensationals. Would not repurchase. This is just too late for me. It smells similar to the Bath & Body Works Vanilla Pumpkin Marshmallow, but a little more spicy. But I would rather just burn the Bath & Body Works candle because I really couldn't smell that. Even doing 2 cubes together. Okay. Here is House of Usher Museum Trick or Treat. And this is the one that was like bazooka bubblegum and candy. And I did melt this on Halloween night. I cut it into thirds, put it in a couple different warmers. I really like the black wax. I don't love this scent. I would not go out of my way to repurchase this scent. It was just because it came in a sampler, but it was perfect to melt on Halloween, like that nice candy scent while I was having trick-or-treaters, even though I only had 2. Okay, we're almost done here. There's like 4 more, 5 more, no, 4 more, because one of them is just another patchouli. We already went over that. Look at all this garbage here, junk, junk, junk. Cider House Donuts, this is phenomenal. This is not the strongest Sensationals that I've ever had. Like, you know, usually Sensationals, Better Homes and Gardens, all the Walmart wax, like blows me out of the house, whereas this did not. But melting 2 cubes at a time, it was enough that I could smell it. And it's just such an incredible scent that I did actually repurchase, I think, 2 of these. I'm not quite sure, but I love this one. I would definitely recommend it. Next is Goose Creek's Carrot Cake, back from last year when Goose Creek was actually good. I have not bought melts from them this fall. I think I'm staying away from Goose Creek just because they're too inconsistent for me. I've just had too much unhappiness with them. That last spring order was just so horrible. Even their melts were not strong for me. And like I said, I'm in like a really tiny 1-bedroom apartment. Like, there's no reason why things shouldn't throw in here. So, no, I'm moving to a larger space, just Goose Creek has kind of become obsolete, which is sad because I did really love them. And this is a perfect example of Goose Creek in their prime. Like, this melt was so good. It just smelled spicy on cold, but when you warmed it, that cream cheese note came out, and it really just smelled exactly like carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. It filled up like my whole apartment. I could put it in my centerpiece and smell it all the way back into my bathroom. Really, really good one. And this was Tiffany Candle Rosemary Mint. I did not care for this one. It was just a little too herbal for me, and it just smelled like an herbal soap. My husband hated this one. This was one when it was on, he would come and like turn the warmer off, dump the wax, and be like, Lindsay, never again. So I would not repurchase this. Like, he hated it. I didn't love it. Just no. This was like a joke. This was the Mainstays pecan pumpkin cake. Just, this was like so cheap. Like, I couldn't even get the wax out of the cubes. As you can see, the cubes are like so far apart, and this all had wax overpour, and they're really thin, and like you couldn't get 1 cube out. It would just break all over the place. You got wax all over your hands. It was messy as fuck. I did 2 cubes and I couldn't smell a thing, and then the other 4 I just melted together, and I used it smells like pumpkin pecan waffles. Just burn pumpkin pecan waffles. This is like a waste of the 97 cents that it was. I mean, it's 97 cents for a clamshell, and it was like hi Gatsby. Like, you got what you paid for with this, is what I'm trying to say. 2 quick skincare things, just because it is my 1-year anniversary of when I discovered I had adult acne. That's what like December makes me think of, which is sad, but my skin's come such a long way. And after 2 dermatologists, I finally found an amazing one. It sucks that I had to go all the way down to downtown Manhattan and Washington Square to find a dermatologist, but so worth it because he's absolutely amazing. And he just single-handedly cured my skin. So 2 quick skincare things. This one has been a go-to for me. This is the Laura Mercier Flawless Skin Infusion Day Rose. I have a hard time finding, because I wash my face first thing in the morning and then I work out an hour or 2 later, and it's hard to find a cream that doesn't clog my pores while I'm sweating, and this one doesn't. This is my favorite cream to put on my face before I work out. It's so lightweight, and it doesn't make my pores feel clogged while I'm exercising and sweating, and it doesn't leave me with like any residue on my face. So this is like a perfect cream for like if you know you're going to be active or sweating, and if you feel that way too, or like even in the summer months, like when I'm sweating in the summer, just like walking around and living life, this is such a great lightweight moisturizer. So that's a definite repurchase, but I won't repurchase it in the winter because it is so lightweight. So I'll probably hold off on buying another one of these until the spring because it's just a good summer moisturizer. Next is just my go-to. This is the Virgin Marula Luxury Face Oil from Drunk Elephant. Cannot rave about this enough. No matter your skin type, I feel like everyone should use this oil. It's incredible. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Can't say enough good things about it. If you have any redness, rosacea, like it helps with that too. It's just miracle oil. I go through one of these a month and I love it. So that's it. That's my empties. Now I gotta clean all this shit. Oh my God, look at that. So much junk. So Gatsby wanted to say hi. Hi, baby. All right, it's time for us to, well, he's gonna eat breakfast and I'm gonna be on my way. Yeah, you hungry? All right, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you in our next video. Bye.